Welcome back to Television is Furniture. I'm Dr. Rob, and it's time for Arts News. Dateline December 2021. How weird is it that it's December already? I could have sworn it was still November 2019. Breaking news. Circus Oz looks set to close after 44 years of operation. A refusal to accept the terms of restructure proposed by the Australia Council resulted in board members voting to cease operations. Co-CEO Mike Finch said this has been a coordinated attack on democracy in the arts, and it's largely coming from people who don't actually work in the arts. Among the changes being proposed was the replacement of the 4 artistic board members with skilled professionals from other industries. You know, like every other board. Circus Oz has reportedly been struggling with attendance for years in the lead up to the pandemic and has been without a full-time artistic director for 2 years, so none of that really bodes well for the future of Australia's best-known circus. Still, if there's one thing a circus company should never be made to do, it's jump through hoops. I'm just joking. It'll be a terrible tragedy. Another one. In further seasonally depressing news, Melbourne venue 45 Downstairs, on the eve of their 20th year of operations, has, hopefully temporarily, had to close its theatre due to scheduled construction on a nearby city site. A spokesperson for the theatre said that noise and dust from the excavation and construction project just metres away on 2 sides of the theatre will make it impossible to rehearse and produce the shows planned at the theatre after March next year. I'm going to need a drink to get through all of this festive cheer. Okay, what's next? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Valet Stephen Sondheim. The Broadway composer has died at the age of 91, prompting an outpouring of grief on social media. I mean, I get it. There are artists you feel attached to, that you identify with, and sometimes these people are taken from us too soon, and that's a tragedy. But at 91, with Stephen Sondheim, you got to at least have seen this coming. It's not like we were waiting on his newest work with bated breath. It's been a long time since Assassins, is what I'm saying here. Nevertheless, thank you, Mr. Sondheim, for your work and your legacy, and for being one of the very few Broadway composers who could do something interesting with the form and be successful at the same time. Closer to home, valet also to Doug McLeod, writer for Australian TV, stage, children's book author, dramaturg and mentor. McLeod was one of the first literary managers / dramaturgs at Playbox in Melbourne during the 1980s and wrote the play My Son the Lawyer is Drowning. McLeod influenced generations of Australian writers, and he will be sorely missed. So, look, if everybody could just stop with the dying for a little, that'd be awesome. In brighter news, goddamn right there better be some brighter news, December means one thing for the performing arts community. Festival season is around the corner. If by around the corner you mean basically packed from one end of the calendar to the other, under normal circumstances. I had a whole bit here about how you can't go outside in Australia without stepping in a festival, but the more I thought about it, the more I thought about the 2 years of cancelled festivals, and my heart kind of broke a little. So no, too real. So instead, let's just take the same approach to the future of the arts that has worked so well for global climate change. Let's carry on as if nothing was happening. Midsummer returns this January for all your queer, camp and gritty coming out drama needs. The festival this year will be spread out between 3 major events: the Carnival, the Pride March, and Melbourne Pride, a one-day festival to celebrate the 40th anniversary of homosexuality's decriminalisation in Victoria. And the best news for shut-ins like me is that Melbourne Pride will be live-streamed, which is great, because all the performance, none of the crowd. January also means the Sydney Festival, which this year features 130 events across Sydney, including 44 sex acts in 1 week by the brilliant mind of David Finnegan at the Seymour Centre. And Thor, a new work by the legendary Australian dance company Legs on the Wall, featuring a 2.7-ton block of ice hoisted 20 metres above the harbour, upon which a durational performance takes place as the ice block melts. I mean, you can almost hear the conservative newspaper columnists spinning in the graves of their medium. For those of us who want to watch from afar, we can tune in on the Thor cam, I kid you not, where you can stream the entire 10-hour performance as a live video feed on Saturday the 15th from 10 AM to 8:30 PM. So, sorry Saturday morning cartoons, there's art to watch. Are Saturday morning cartoons even still a thing? And finally, the long-awaited reopening of La Mama in Melbourne got off to a terrific start this month with the Warwick Banksia Festival. Let Bleeding Girls Lie opened to much acclaim at the Carlton Courthouse, and in the new La Mama HQ, over 90 artists celebrated the return of the best little theatre in Australia. Even I managed to participate, remotely tuning in for one of the digitally broadcast one-night-only performances, which somehow still managed to go up late, proving that the more things change, the more they stay the same. And that's all the arts news we have for December. We'll be back next time there's any arts news. Monog, anyone? I mean, there's nobody here. I'm just sitting alone in my room.